So welcome to your practice session, and we're talking about the breath and how we can just use our breathing and slow our breathing down in a very, very stressful situation, and that can just start to heal our entire body, because our body is listening to what we think, and it's listening to the way we breathe, and it's getting all these cues. So I like to think of deep breaths like little love notes to your nervous system, and that's how we communicate with our body and our nervous system. So we're just going to get into some simple breathing exercises, something that you can do anytime. You don't have to be feeling down or overwhelmed or stressed. You can be feeling happy and joyful, and you can still be breathing in a great way. Okay, so sitting comfortably in a chair or on the floor, on a mat, whatever works for you. You can even possibly lie down, and just your hands either on your knees or in your lap is fine. So we're going to get into first what is called the 3-4-5 technique. So that's just 3 breaths in through the nose, okay? Hold it for 4, and then open your mouth, and then exhale it for 5. It's real easy. So we're going to start with that. Then we're going to move into 4-7-8, and that goes a little bit deeper. Now, only go 4-7-8 if you feel comfortable to do so. If you're starting to feel a little bit dizzy or lightheaded, don't do it. Just stick with the 3-4-5. So, but you'll know when we move, you can experiment with it and go, this is okay. No, this is too much for me. I'm going to stay with the 3-4-5. All right, super, good. Let's start the process. Some lovely, beautiful breaths. Let's breathe in for a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Holding for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and out for 5. Out the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Breathing in for 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold for 4. And out the mouth for 5. Release and just let go. There we go. Brilliant. Again, breathing in through the nose for 3. Holding for 4. And out the mouth for 5. Excellent. Breathing in through the nose for 3. Holding for 4. And exhaling for 5. Okay, brilliant. Now you've got the hang of it. In for 3 through the nose. Holding for 4. And exhaling out the mouth for 5. In for 3. Holding for 4. Exhaling for 5. In for 3. You're doing great. Holding for 4. Opening the mouth and exhaling for 5. Fantastic. In for 3. Holding for 4. And exhaling out the mouth for 5. Now we're moving to 4-7-8, only if you feel comfortable to do so. Breathing in for 4 through the nose. Holding for 7. And exhaling out the mouth for 8. Great. In the nose for 4. Putting those lungs, holding it for 7. Exhaling out the mouth for 8. Great. Nose for 4. Hold. Out the mouth for 8. Inhaling. Holding. Exhaling for 8. Inhale. Hold. Exhaling out the mouth. How are you feeling? That's good. We're talking to our nervous system. Inhaling. Hold. Just feel that life permeate your whole body and feel a sense of calm and relaxation. Breathing out the mouth for 8. Nice and smooth. Inhaling. Hold. Opening the mouth and exhaling it with control. Now, if you want to carry on, you can push pause right now and just keep on going. But we're going to end on this for now. One big breath in, breathing in for 4 through the nose. Hold. And exhale it out. Good. Coming now to normal breath. Wow, that feels amazing. Richard Sutton, who wrote the Stress Code, tells us that it doesn't really matter which breathing technique that you choose, which is debatable, I guess. But he says, if you can try and slow your breathing down to 5.5 breaths a minute, well, if you can do that for 10 minutes, then you move from the sympathetic nervous state, which is your fight, flight, or freeze, into the parasympathetic nervous state, which is your rest, digest, and thrive. So we can just do that for 10 minutes and we should feel a lot better. And you can do that, as I said, in a meeting or watching the TV or chopping vegetables anytime. We can just slow that breathing down. Thank you for practicing with me. We're going to jump into the homework now. We'll see you there. Just take a breath. Well, that's the homework, is to breathe nice and slowly and deeply for 10 minutes a day, as Richard Sutton suggested. And that moves us into the rest, digest, and thrive state, coming out of that fight, flight, or freeze. So just 10 minutes a day, the 3-4-5 technique, or the 4-7-8 if you can go there, okay? And you can do it while watching the telly, while chopping vegetables. You can even do it while in a meeting, no one will know. But don't do it while driving, okay? So you can practice that. That's the one practice. And then if you are journaling, then write down moments of when you are triggered, when you get upset or angry, and then notice how you breathe in those moments. And you'll find that their breath is very short and shallow. Okay, good. So that's your homework. Great. We'll see you in session 2 of Beyond Burnout. Come over to that side. See you there.